So next on my list of accessories of things that I wanted to build is a footbridge. Now the footbridge is a little bit more complicated, and what I've got here is I've got two sticks that are basically bent in a very similar fashion. Okay, so they basically have that same angle as you can see here. Okay, and so my idea is that if I put these side by side, standing like that, and then just put some pieces going across, I should be able to create a little footbridge out of those things. So it'll go something like this, and then I'll have pieces, I guess you can't see, something like that, and then I'll have the pieces going across. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do for a railing. Maybe I'll make it out of rope or something, but that's the start of that one. So then all I would need to do is create whatever it is and how wide it's going to be. So I'm just going to break these sticks approximately the same width, very similar to how I did the back of the bench seat. But I figure I'm just going to make a whole bunch of these little sticks, and if I need to I can get another one. I got a couple other little branches and things that'll be easy to break, but make them about the same size, so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing there. And I'm going to need quite a few of these because this is fairly long, so just keep adding and adding and adding. And I'll probably go ahead and glue these first because the glue tends to be a little bit on the flexible side. So then I can kind of stretch it over and then make it round to the shape of my bent twigs that are going to become my footbridge there. That one's a little bit on the long side. Put that one there. Now I'm moving these back and forth because this is starting to get a little bit on the thinner side, so I can have some that are about the same, or at least close to. And I'm going to make more than I really need because I can always take some off of there. Because I think if I kind of roll that, yeah, I'm going to probably add maybe 2 or 3 more to this just to make sure I've got enough. Like I said, I can always remove a couple of sticks if I need to. And I'm going to do it the exact same way as I did my bench pieces. Okay. But this one, I'm not going to go ahead and try to even them out. This doesn't necessarily have to be as precise, even though I'm doing it there. Okay. So there's those pieces. You can see a little bit of the glue is leaked through. That's not a big deal. Hopefully it won't show up too much on the other side. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of these guys, flatten them out. So you can see that. And there goes the bell to one of the classes. That's okay. All right. So what'll be nice about this, in theory, is the other side of this should be nice and flat. If I spread these out just right. So I got these little pieces. So the other side should be nice and flat, creating a nice little footbridge for our little gnome and woodland creatures, whatever they happen to be. So I got that there. That should be long enough, I think. Here's one of my pieces. I'm going to roll on there because it's got to go all the way across. I think we're good. So I'm going to leave these guys here so I know which pieces those go with. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue those the same way that I did. Now this, I might actually do 2 rows of glue just to make sure. It's not like it's going to be supporting any weight or anything like that, but I think it might help if I've got a little extra in there to make sure it's all going to stay together. Now I suppose you could do this with Elmer's white glue or any other glue. A hot glue gun obviously would be ideal, I have one, but I don't have one here at school. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use the E6000, which I've got plenty of here, because we normally use that for gluing together the broken ceramic pieces as they break. Works really good to hold those things in place. Make sure I get that last one. A little bit extra there. One little spot there that I might need it. Okay, there we go. Make sure I put the lid back on that. All right, so we should, you can see all of my little pieces that I've put together. Just gonna kind of get these to line up a little bit more, make sure that the glue is on all of those little pieces. Gonna hold everything together. I think we should be good. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to let this sit for about 5 to 6 hours to make sure that that dries really good, but we should be good to go tomorrow.